ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायण नमस्कृत्यं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवते उत्तमश्लोके
भगवते उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिं भवतीर्नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिं भवति नैष्टिकी।
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
देवकीनन्दनाय च
देवकीनन्दनाय च
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
गोपकुमाराय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 7, text number 38. 2738. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is Scheduled Incarnations with Specific Functions. Please repeat the sloga behind me. Yarhi ālayeṣu api satāṁ hareḥ kathāḥ syuḥ.
yarhi ālayeṣv vipi satāṁ hare kathāḥ syuḥ.
pāṣaṇḍino dvija-janā vṛṣalā nṛ-devāḥ.
pāṣaṇḍino dvija-janā vṛṣalā nṛdevāḥ.
svāhā svadhā vasaḍ iti sma giro yatra.
svādhā svādhā vaṣaḍ giro yatra.
śāstā bhaviṣyati kaler bhagavān yugānte.
śāstā bhaviṣyati kaler bhagavān yugānte.
Word by word meaning. Please repeat behind me. Yarhi,
yarhi,
when it happens.
when it happens.
ālayeṣu,
ālayeṣu,
in the residence of.
in the residence of.
api,
api,
even.
even.
satāṁ,
satāṁ,
civilized gentlemen.
civilized gentleman.
na,
na,
no.
no.
hareḥ,
hareḥ,
of the personality of Godhead.
of the personality of Godhead.
kathāḥ,
kathāḥ,
topics.
topics.
syuḥ,
syuḥ,
will take place.
will take place.
pāṣaṇḍinaḥ,
pāṣaṇḍino,
atheists.
atheists.
dvija-janāḥ,
dvija-janāḥ,
persons
person
declaring themselves
declaring themselves
to be the higher
to be the higher
three classes.
three classes:
Brahmanas, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas.
Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishyas.
vṛṣalā,
vṛṣalā,
the lower class Sudras.
the lower class Sudras.
nṛ-devāḥ,
nṛ-devāḥ,
ministers of the government.
ministers of the government.
svāhā,
svāhā,
hymns to perform sacrifices.
hymns to perform sacrifices.
svadhā,
svadhā,
the ingredients to perform sacrifice.
the ingredients to perform sacrifices.
vaṣaḍ,
vaṣaḍ,
the altar of sacrifice.
the altar of sacrifice.
iti,
iti,
all these.
all these.
sma,
sma,
shall.
shall.
giraḥ,
giraḥ,
words.
words.
na,
na,
never.
never.
yatra,
yatra,
anywhere.
anywhere.
śāstā,
śāstā,
the chastiser.
the justicer.
bhaviṣyati,
bhaviṣyati,
will appear.
will appear.
Kalehi,
Kalehi
of the Kali age.
of the Kali age.
Bhagavān,
Bhagavān,
the personality of Godhead.
the personality of Godhead.
Yuga-ante,
Yuga-ante,
at the end of.
at the end of.
Translation and purport by Divya Sabha Charanavranda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Translation, please repeat began me. Thereafter,
Thereafter,
at the end of Kali Yuga,
at the end of Kali Yuga,
when there exists
when there exists
no topics on the subject of God,
no topics on the subject of God,
even at the residences of
even at the residences of
so-called saints
so-called
saints
saints
and respectable gentlemen
and
and
respectable
respectable gentlemen
of the three higher castes,
of the three higher castes,
and when the power of government
and when
and
the
when
power
the power
of
of
government
government
is transferred to the
is transferred to the
is transferred to the
hands of ministers
hands
of
of
ministers
ministers
elected from the
elected
elected
from
from
the
the
low-born Shudra class
low-born
low
Shudra
Shudra
class
class,
or those less than them,
or those
or
less than
those
them,
less than them,
and when nothing is known
and when nothing
thing
is
is known
known
of the techniques of sacrifice,
of the techniques
of
of
the techniques
sacrifice,
of sacrifice,
even by word,
even
even
by
by
word.
word,
at that time,
at that time,
the Lord will appear as
the Lord
that
will
the
appear.
Lord will appear as
the supreme chastiser.
the Supreme Justice. Hare Krishna.
Purport. The symptoms of the worst conditions of the material world at the last stage of this age called Kali Yuga are stated herein. The sum and substance of such conditions is godlessness. Even the so-called saints and higher castes of the social orders, generally known as the dvija-janās or the twice born, will become atheists. As such, all of them will practically forget even the holy name of the Lord and what to speak of his activities. The higher caste of society, namely the intelligent class of men, guiding the destinies of the social orders, and administrative class of men guiding the law and order of the society, and the productive class of the men guiding the economic development of the society, must all be properly well versed in knowledge of the Supreme Lord, knowing factually his name, quality, pastimes, entourage, paraphernalia, and personalities. The saints and the higher caste or orders of the society are judged by their proportion of knowledge in the science of God or tattva-jnana, and not by any kind of birthright or bodily designations. Such designations, without any knowledge of the science of God and practical knowledge of the devotional service, are considered to be all decorations of dead bodies. And when there is too much inflation of these decorated dead bodies in society, there develop so many anomalies in the progressive, peaceful life of the human being. Because of the lack of training or culture in the upper section of the social orders, they are no more to be designated as the dvija-janās or the twice born. The significance of being twice born has been explained in many places in these great literatures. And again, one is reminded herewith that birth executed by the sex life of the father and the mother is called animal birth. But such animal birth and progress of life on the animal principles of eating, sleeping, fearing, and mating without any scientific culture of spiritual life is called the Shudra life, or to be more explicit, the uncultured life of the lower class of men. It is stated herein that the governmental power of the society in the Kali Yuga will be passed over to the uncultured, godless laborer class of men, and thus the nṛ-devāḥs or the ministers of the government will be the vṛṣalās or the uncultured, lower class men of society. No one can expect any peace and prosperity in a human society full of uncultured lower classes of men. The symptoms of such uncultured social animals are already in vogue, and it is the duty of the leaders of men to take note of it and try to reform the social order by introducing the principles of twice born men trained in the science of God consciousness. This can be done by expanding the culture of Srimad Bhagavatam all over the world. In the degraded condition of human society, the Lord incarnates as Kalki Avatara and kills all the demonic without mercy. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalake Chakshur Urmilidam Jnana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pāṣaṣa Desha Tarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So today's sloka, because this entire chapter, Brahma and Narada, their discussions are discussed by Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. So specifically in this sloka, today's sloka, Brahma, he was explaining about the age of Kali and the avatar of the Supreme Lord in the Kali Yuga. So, and he is also explaining how the Kali Yuga will be. See, this is foretold when millions of years back itself. This is foretold by Brahmaji how the Kali Yuga will be. So we can also see some of these symptoms, whatever explained in this sloka. So here in Kali Yuga, the person who is taking birth in this material world, the Kali Yuga, by birth, all are Shudras, because nobody following the Garbhadana Samskara in the current society. Because if you wanted to get a child with the proper etiquettes, then the parents should go through the Garbhadana Samskara before begetting a child. And also, a person, if got married, it is not because of the attraction, not for the sexual life. They should have that conviction that overall they are going to give a birth. They are going to give them the Krishna consciousness and they are going to deliver the son or daughter from this material world. That knowledge, this is the way the Vedic society was. But when Kali Yuga started, all these things are messed up. Because the so-called the three classes of men, that's what Prabhupada is saying, that even the residents of so-called saints and the respectable gentlemen of the three higher castes, we are the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. These are the three higher castes Prabhupada is explaining here, and Brahmaji also explaining. So the Brahmanas, their duty is to give the knowledge to all the other classes, and they are doing the giving about the godly God knowledge and how to be humble. All those knowledge they are supposed to give, and they need to give the advice to the head of the society, who is the king. So the next, the Kshatriyas community, they will take care of the protection of the society, and they need to get the advice from the Brahmana class, and they need to run the society and take care of the society. And the third class, it is Vaishyas. They are the productive people in this material world. What they will do? They will take care of the cultivation and development of the business development, economic development. That things they will do. So they will also get the advice from the Brahmanas. So the Brahmanas are called the head of the society. They have to advise the other classes so that all the classes of men will get the knowledge of the Krishna consciousness and they will work accordingly. When the head is not there, what will happen? It is a kind of a headless society. If the headless society coming means, what will happen? There is no proper knowledge within the people, and they are just thinking their bodily consciousness. Since I born in the Brahmana community, Brahmana's house, I am also Brahmana. I am born in the Kshatriya's class of community, I am also Kshatriya. I am the Vaishya. I am also born in the Vaishya class. I am also Vaishya. So the people are understanding themselves in wherever they take birth. So the current society, it is classifying in that manner, and even the so-called our government, the leaders, they are also classifying the society by the birth. even though by the birth, it can be there. But the first thing is the person should have the ability to take that legacy. So for example, if you see the goldsmith, the person who is taking birth in the goldsmith family, they can also consider currently in the current society, he is also in the goldsmith caste. The goldsmith, the person who is working on the gold and other metals, other valuable metals, that person is called goldsmith. If the person is not doing that activity, he is doing some other work, other Shudra work or other work, other activities, then he cannot be considered as a goldsmith because he is not doing that activity. But the present society is giving the name for the particular person. Since you born from the goldsmith family, you are a goldsmith. That's what the current society classifying. This is the basic issue with our society without any knowledge of the shastras, knowledge of the classification. Blindly, our society is classifying the people in that way. So the person who need to be called goldsmith, he need to work in the goldsmith activity. Then only we can call him as a goldsmith. In similar way, the person can be supposed to be called as a brahmana. He also supposed to do the brahmana's activities. What is the brahmana activity? He need to give the Vedic knowledge to the society, and he need to take care of the archa vigraha, and he need to give the knowledge to the advice to the administrative society. So this is the activities of the Brahmana community. And Brahmana, they supposed to live, depend upon the Lord. They should not accumulate any wealth. And their only thing is to give the knowledge. They should run through their brains. But currently, the so-called Brahmana community also, they are coming under the compete with the Sudra community. They also wanted to all the activities, whatever the Sudras are doing. I also wanted to become a labor in the government. I'm also wanted to part of the clerical post. All those things, they are also coming into the competition. So that is the reason we cannot call them as a Brahmanas. We need to call them as a Brahmana Bandhus. So this is not only for the Brahmanas, all the three classes, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas, all the three classes, they are deviated from their position. So there is no class remain in this material. The subtle way, the activities are happening. Somebody taking care of the country, but they are not the Kshatriyas actually. Because Kshatriya means if there is a war, they have to be in the front. They have to lead the other army. But currently, Kshatriyas, what they are doing, they are seeing the war through the CCTV. What is happening there in the war field? The war field, they are sending somebody, some innocent people. They are fighting for the name of country. They are fighting and they are dying there. And the so-called leaders, the Kshatriya community, so-called Kshatriya community, is supposed to be a Kshatriya community. They are watching from the distance through CCTV. So this is not a proper way of administration. But administrative society means they should have the ability to go and fight for the country, and they should give the protection to the country. So there itself the three classes are got varnashrama, varna and ashrama. Varna, it is not properly managed there. So already we discussed Brahmana community and this is Kshatriya community. They are also not doing anything. And Vaishya community. So Vaishya community, it is overall, everybody wanted to Vaishya. Even the Sudra also become Vaishya because they wanted to sell something, they need to get something. So that is also, it is not properly managed, and we are introducing machines in place of the human being. So we are introducing so many machines to take care of the works and take care of the production of the food grains and all those things. We are using the machines and the artificial activities. So there also, the Vaishyas also, they are also becoming a demand to the Mother Earth, Mother Nature. So this is the way we are all deviated from our path in the Kali Yuga. So that was early explained in here. And also the power of the government, it is clearly explained. When Brahma and Narada discussed millions of years back, they told in Kali Yuga, the power of the government, till the previous Yuga, Pandavas were there, Pandavas were taking care of the society. They are the Kshatriyas, so they are the they are the productive class, they are giving that. But when Kali Yuga started, slowly what happened? All this kingly order, it has become vanished. And now itself, what is that? the government is run by the uncultured people, low-born Shudra class people, less intelligent people, because if it is an intelligent person, they must take the advice from the Brahmana community. But Brahmana community also is not there to give the advice. So, and also it is clearly mentioned by Brahmaji, the ministers elected from the low-born Shudra class. The ministers, currently our society also, they are proudly saying that in my party, I am running the government, and in my party there are this many low-born people are there as ministers. How many are there in your party? How many you gave when you are in the power? So like that, this is the, without any knowledge of what is the power and what needs to be done, they are fighting. So I am improving the low-born Shudras to become a ministers. This is the way they are giving. And since the low-born Shudras not properly trained, what they are doing, they are looting the government. There are so many scams are happening because of the uncultured people become a ministers in the society. So that's what already it is mentioned. The power of government transferred to the hands of ministers elected from the low-born Shudra class, or those less than them, and some of them less than that people also. So what will happen? So even the people don't know about even a word. What is the sacrifice? So for the sacrifice, svāhā, there is one of the word. Even that word also will be vanished in the currently we know at least some of the people, they are so-called Brahmanas, they are doing the sacrifices and fire sacrifices and all. But in the future, because only Kali Yuga completed only 5,000 years. In the future, we have 432,000 years of Kali Yuga total years. In that only 500 years are 5,000 years are completed. Remaining 420,000 years are pending. So in going forward, what will happen? Even the people not even know the single word what is sacrifice techniques, everything will be vanished, and they will just like in the name of human being, they will become like a animalistic life. Their mentality and the way of living, everything, eating, mating, defending, and sleeping only will be there. That's what the prediction of Brahmaji. So in that time, at the end of this Kali Yuga, that's what Brahmaji also saying, that at the end of the Kali Yuga, the Kalki avatar, Lord will take the Kalki avatar, he will come and chastise all these misbehaving people. So this is what explained by Brahmaji in this sloka. So this is the Kali Yuga. At the end of the Kali Yuga, the Lord will appear as a Kalki avatar. Lord will take the Kalki avatar. This is also, it is already predefined by our Shastras. So this is Sanatana Dharma. So how the society is going to be, and everything got predicted, pre-predicted. Now we are experiencing the same thing. We are seeing surrounding, all of our surrounding, what is happening. We can understand, we can relate it with what is happening in our own society. So we are all very fortunate. We are all very fortunate. At least we got the touch by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, or by the mercy of the Acharyas, by the mercy of the senior devotees. We got his bhakti in this life, and we are able to taste the little bhakti. It is not we are not doing the pure bhakti. At least we are started in this. We initiated our bhakti in this lifetime itself. So we are very, very fortunate compared to the other people in this material world. But this is because of our costless mercy of the Supreme Lord, and maybe we did some sukriti, we collected some sukriti in the previous lifetimes. So because of that, we are able to chant the holy name of the Lord in this age. So chanting the holy name of the Lord in this age, it is again, Prabhupada is saying that in going forward, people will forget that also. So even the name of the Lord also they will forget. So what to speak about the pastimes and other activities, to speak about all those things. So currently we are having the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita. We can understand what are the Lord's activities, what is the Lord's instructions, and what is the Yuga Dharma. Everything we are able to get, at least the small classes of people like us, small percentage of people able to understand, they able to follow the scriptures as said in the scriptures, as said by the Acharyas. We are able to follow this life. But in the going forward, in the future, that also will not be there. That's what this sloka and Prabhupada is explaining over here. So this is going to be a danger to the society, but There is no other, we are all helpless. So what we can do, as the Prabhupada is saying that another 10,000 years, this Hare Krishna movement will be there. And after that, that will also go off, because the 10,000 years overall, the pious people, they will go back to Godhead. And after that, all our miscreants will be there in this society, and they will do all the miscreant activities in the society. Everybody become demons. They will only take care of about their eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. Only that activities. There is no difference between animal and humans. And life, our life will be short. Manda bhagya, manda bhukti. So all these are symptoms of Kali Yuga. So now also we are seeing the slowly small symptoms. Now itself we are seeing that why these are happening, that is happening, why God is not coming. So we are saying only 5,000 years over. Now still 4,20,000 years are there, and still more cruelty is going to happen to destroy this society. And at the end of this, when the dharma goes decline, Lord will appear as a Kalki avatar, and he will chastise the people, and he will bring back the harmony in the society. So Lord will appear. So yada yada ki dharmasya, Krishna is saying that in Bhagavad Gita, whenever there is a decline for the dharma glanir bharata. So he's saying that when dharma glanir, that means when there is a decline to the dharma, that time I will appear and I will re-establish the dharma. That's what in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is saying. So that means, so we are seeing now itself dharma is not followed in many places, but how it is going to be in the future, after many generations, there are so many generations going to happen. So now itself we are seeing dharma is not getting followed. So in the future, it is going to be very apathetic. So better what we'll give, we will practice in this lifetime, whatever Lord gave by the causeless mercy of the Supreme Lord. We got this Krishna Bhakti, we got this holy name, we will catch hold of it, holy name, and we will make our life perfect, and also spread this towards our friends, relatives, nearby, surrounding people, neighbors, especially our children, so that this can be transferred to the next generation. They will safeguard their life. So it is not necessary. Kali Yuga means it is full of problems, but it is full of hypothetical way of life. No, if you are catching hold of Krishna consciousness, even though you are in the Kali Yuga, but you can feel that the Vaikuntha environment within the society. When we will think with the association of society, association of devotees, we can feel the Vaikuntha effect. When you have the proper knowledge, chant the holy name of the Lord, following the regulatory principles, and reading the scriptures, understanding, and get the maturity, then that will very much possible. Even though you are in Kali Yuga, you can feel the Vaikuntha effect everywhere. So if you want to feel the Vaikuntha effect everywhere, just follow the instructions of the acharyas and follow the scriptures, and make your life perfect in this very lifetime itself, because it is a rare opportunity. We are in the human body, and also got the mercy of the Supreme Lord through scriptures. So we need to make use of this opportunity and make our life perfect. Hare Krishna. Grandhiraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki